Today's video is about whether a laser engraver is actually a useful tool machine to have in your woodworking workshop, or is it just a fun gadget gimmick thing to have? Oh yeah, that's what I'm aiming to find out. I'm going to be doing a little project showing you that it can be useful. You can make up your own mind. Let's get on with the project. Let's check this machine out, get started. Guys, so as you can see, we are a woodworking workshop. We make furniture, fitted furniture, all sorts of stuff. CNC there, the ultimate workbench over there, and we've got a sanding bit over here. Go through the double doors. Well, I haven't prepared, so the lights are off. Let's turn the lights on. Over here we have our making section, okay, and we are using this today. It's the Acmer P3 Laser Engraver. Let's flick it up, show you the inside. There we go, it's a 48-watt laser. It's a pretty clever machine. Today is to find out whether it's useful for your woodworking workshop, as in, can you incorporate it into your everyday woodworking life? Is it going to be useful for you to have, or is it just a gimmick or a toy just to play around with? Let's walk back through and show you what we are actually on today, because this is proper real-time woodworking business for a customer. Get my words out a bit tongue-tied there. This is what we are making. We haven't got a printout at the moment, but it's a little mini cabinet. It's only 600 wide by 2 meters tall. We've got all the measurements here that we need for it. That's the measuring up measurements. And we've got a little mini cutting list there. And Sean is on it right now, cutting and biscuiting all the oak veneer. At the moment, he's making some doors. Well, he's hinging out the doors. And we have got this curve work. We could make a template by hand. Is going to be time consuming because we need to get those radiuses. If we zoom in, we need to get those radiuses somehow with a piece of 6mm MDF. But why waste the time freestyling it, jigsawing that shape out? If it's jigsawed, is it going to be perfectly round? We're going to have the right radius. A customer might have specified a certain radius or a certain shape. You can modify this, you can do anything you like. You can have it angled, you can have it round, whatever. But this is where the laser comes into its own, because obviously you draw it out in Lightburn software or a software of similar kind, and you can then just send that file to the laser and it will just cut that shape out for you. That little mini drawer fascia is this piece here. Okay, so this is the piece we are cutting the shape out of. We don't want to cut it twice, 3 times. We don't want to make a mistake. So we're going to make a template and we're going to use the flush cutter to then go around the template and give us a nice accurate shape. A flush cutter looks like this. Okay, so it's going to go into your router or your trimmer router like this. And the ball bearing will simply run on the template that we're going to make, and then the flush cutter will follow the bearing, give you exactly the same shape on your piece to the template. Here it is. Here's the Acmer P3. Turn it on, it's got really fancy LED lights. It looks really, really nice when it's lit up. The hinge protective cover is orange. It glows that orangey colour. It's a protective shield for your eyes too, so you can look through it. So what I've done is I put a piece of 6mm in here, just big enough. This workpiece, or this working area for this machine, is just over 400 by 400 millimeters, I believe. Look over here, we can see 1/2 of the template. Okay, the fascia that we have is about 600mm long, a little bit less, about 550mm long. This laser doesn't do that length, but it's fine because we just need to do one curve and then we can flip the template over and do the other face. So we're just going to be cutting out one shape as such. So when you are setting up for the first time, you go into your laser. Here we go, you've got your laser section, and we're just going to go to devices, COM7. Let's choose this one. At the moment it's telling us it's disconnected there. Can you see? If we choose different COM, then it may change, so you've got to pick the right one. There we go, it's just done its thing. There we go, it's going to home itself, all automatic, and we're ready to rock and roll there. The thing about lasering is you can frame and just see what you are going to cut out. So we're going to do this frame. So this frame will kind of outline any funky shaped patterns that you're cutting. This one will just be a square rectangle. So if you are, for example, doing a circle, it will just frame out the external, the biggest parts of that circle, if that makes sense, or whatever shape. I like to do this frame to show me the exact amount. So if I press that button and then show you, so you can actually picture if the tip or the laser head is within your working area or your workpiece. Just a little tip, it's kind of hard to see the laser diode, the tip of it in there through the protective glass. What you can do is put a bit of masking tape on the front there, draw a centre line, or not necessarily a centre line because I think this is slightly off centre, but you just draw in with pencil where your tip is, and the same on the side. So as it's framing, you can line up your pencil line to make sure it's within your workpiece. At the moment I could see through there, just there, I can see. So I know that's within my working area, my workpiece. So to set the module up to the right height of your workpiece, so it's at the correct distance, we've got this little thing on the side here. It's got 4, 6, 8, so I'm going to pick 6. So all I do is just line that up to the 6, which I have, like so, lined up. Right, so now we've got that set to the correct distance. As you can see, it's sticking out at the bottom a tad. You can see, move this over, let's release these 2 screws and let that drop down. So, like so, quite gently nip these up, and then just push this back up, unscrew it and bring it back up so it's not in the way anymore. And there we go, we got the correct distance from our workpiece to the laser module. So I would advise doing a few tests before you start. At the moment I'm using speed of 350 millimeters per minute at 100% power. I'm using the air assist because it's a no-brainer to do so, and it comes with it. And I'm only doing 1 pass. Write down everything that you're doing in a little book. So what materials, what laser you're using, how many passes, speed, power passes, all that kind of stuff. And because I find that is the hardest part about lasering, is remember the settings, or to get the correct settings. Once you've dialed them in, you can jot it down in a notebook. I've got an extractor fan here as well that comes with the machine if you buy the whole package. Oh, I forgot to say that on the side, it's got a power setting just there, a little switch, can't see it, but one says 24 watts, one says 48, so I've got this at full power at the moment. I'm going to hit the frame button, just make sure it's in the correct spot. Yeah, and now I'm just going to press start. Again, this is 350 millimeters per minute at 100% power, and I'm only doing 1 pass, and it seems to be cutting through just fine. That square that you can see, that's cut out already, that was 400 millimeters per second, and then it did it. Although it left a tiny bit on, this is 6mm MDF. There we go. Let's lift that up, see what we got. Turn this off for now, just to stop the whizzing around. There we go, they're dropping out really, really nicely. Nice and crisp and clean. Came straight out. No charring around the edges, as in like smoke around here, which you sometimes get. And yeah, just cutting out nice square cuts. I'm going to get my actual piece back in. Okay, again, let's just frame that once more to make sure that our workpiece is in the correct place before we go for it. Yeah, happy with that? Let's close up. Air purifier on, smoke purifier. Don't need any windows effectively. And I think we could just go ahead and press start. I wonder what happens when I open this up. You can see the red dot there. If I lift it, yeah, it stops it. That's quite smart. Does it start it up? Yes, it does. Very handy. Right, so it's on the curve now. What have we got left? We've got 34 seconds left. This is what the machine's all about. Doing curves. It's just a time saver. Anything, it can be as elaborate as you want. Remember, you can do stuff for hobbies, for seasons, you can make shapes for Christmas, Halloween, whatever you want. I don't know why it's going over the same spot there. I think I messed up the file. But there we go, we're done near enough. Once it's done that, I think once it's got to the corner, we're good to take this out, and we'll have a fully working template. So it's done its thing. Let's click that up there. We have our template. Let's pull it out. Let's see if it comes out first time. Oh, so satisfying. Turn that off. And we can turn this off. And then we can pull this out and show you the template that I got. And that will allow me to cut this shape out. So this is the fascia for the drawer. Okay, so let's draw around the template. before I bandsaw it out, I want to leave a little bit of meat on, okay? So I'm going to aim to leave 2 or 3 mil worth of meat on, so we can use the flush cutter to take that off. And that way we don't have to be too accurate with a bandsaw or too tidy. To get this template on, I'm going to use carpet tape. I find carpet tape, as in carpet for your house, carpet tape to be better than double-sided tape because it comes off easier and it doesn't leave that horrible sticky residue. So I'm going to just put a minimal amount of this on the template so I can then take it off, flip it over and do the other side. So we're going to router that out, and then we'll flip the template round and do the other side. Okay, so those of you who don't know what a flush cutter is, it's a bearing that spins freely. That is in line with your blade. Let's spin that around and plonk that on. Underneath we can see the cutter is fully on our workpiece and the bearing is on our template. So the black line is obviously our template and that is where the bearing is hitting. So wherever the bearing goes, the cutter will follow. I'm going to be routering from left to right because that's what you need to do with the cutter. So that is the first half done. As you can see, it's completely flush now with the template. So now it's quite important to line this one up perfectly with the cut you already have. There we go, happy with that. Start away from the workpiece. Remember, these templates are reusable. Use them as many times as you want. So here we go. We've got the finished product ready to edge using just a piece of scrap MDF. I mean, for me personally, I love lasers and I think they are brilliant. You can use them for so many other things. You can make templates for shelf pegs. You can make templates to make stoppers for your router table. You can, anything, the world's your oyster with this. But this is just one demonstration of what you can use the laser for: curves and shaped pieces. Because other than using the software to create that, you're going to have to try and create that shape yourself. And I think it's so much quicker and easier. It probably took me 2 or 3 minutes to make that template in Lightburn and then transfer it to the laser. So I personally think that lasers are a fantastic machine to have, and they are definitely worth having in the workshop for all different pieces. Plus you can have fun with them too. And yeah, that's it, guys. So I hope you enjoyed. Have a great Friday. I will see you next Friday. Take it easy. Ciao for now.